VA Party Co. Book 1. Tragedy Never Quits. Chapter 5. The Future is Now. Scratcher's Classics, Entertainment, and Delights. A new collaborative location was created and designed by the CEOs of Crafty HQ, VA Party Co., and other close partnerships between the companies, as a way to rebrand all of their past mistakes and start anew. An hour away from the warehouse, Scotty finally arrived at the new location. He got out of his truck, seeing Victor Adrien smoking a cigarette in front of the place. Victor noticed him.
Mr. Michaels. Always good to see a long-time employee of the company. I appreciate you taking the time to bring over all the animatronics.
No problem, sir. So what is this place exactly?
This, my friend, is Scratcher's Classics. A little project I and some other close friends decided to put together for quite some time now. A sort of way to rebrand all these old animatronics. Give them a good fix. And we're all back in business.
Scotty seemed interested. From the truck, Broken Bunny listened carefully. The conversation continued.
But anyway, there's still lots of work to be done. Now, help me unload them.
Yes, sir.
They got right to work, carefully getting each animatronic inside to the back room. Scotty was confused about something, however.
Sir? How come it's just you here? Where are all the other CEOs?
Well, they were all too busy. So as a man who knows how to run a company properly, I have a lot more time on my hands. Just want to get this place open already. That's why you're going to help me out. Don't worry, I'm not too rude. I'll pay you extra.
Thank you so much, sir.
Victor gave Scotty a firm handshake, and work had officially begun. Before you knew it, Scratcher's Classics was close to its opening. That night, Scotty received a phone call.
Hello? This is Scotty speaking.
Hi there. I'm calling this number about a job opening.
He drove back to the pizzeria. Scotty saw the man inside. A man who looked rather odd. His face was covered by an old, vintage mask.
You come from a birthday party or something?
No, this is my mask. Is that an issue?
Well, I would like to see your face. Kind of how interviews work. You know, face to face.
Well, maybe I should just take my work findings elsewhere.
Wait, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to come off like that. It won't be an issue.
Good. Now, my name is John Smith. I was interested in the delivery manager position here.
Oh, well, that job was already taken by someone, but I can give you the inventory manager.
As long as it's a manager job, I suppose.
Well, let's get you all the paperwork first, and then I gotta finish up some stuff.
Excellent.
Scotty had Mr. Smith fill out all the proper work forms.
Sir, I have finished my forms.
Mr. Smith handed over the job application to Scotty. Once he read through them, he saw something rather unexpected.
You used to work for Crafty HQ? That must have been years ago.
Yes, it was. It all went by so quickly.
Interesting. So you must be familiar with some of these suits, right?
Oh, of course. Especially my FoxyTheVA animatronic.
Yours?
Well, not necessarily mine, but it may as well have been from how long I've been around the thing. Anyways, do I have the job?
I mean, no one else applied, and God knows how long it'll be till the next person wants a job here. We do need all the help we can get.
Excellent.
With that, Mr. Smith was hired. Throughout the time when he applied, and the grand opening, he was given a tour of the place, information on the animatronics, and a key to the restaurant. Mr. Smith thought it would be best in his position to interview these animatronics. He knew that there was something obviously different about these ones. They were special. It was about 11 o'clock at night. It was quiet. All that could be heard were the faint sounds of crickets and wind. Rather soon, a noise that you wouldn't expect at such a time came closer. The sounds of a pickup truck driving down the road. The truck drove to the scrapyard, now abandoned after all these years, with the scrap there left to rot and rust. Once it arrived, it came to a stop. Coming out of the driver's seat, Scotty. He whispered to himself.
Okay, maybe he's right where I left him all those years ago. Well, all I remember is he's somewhere in the back. Better start looking.
With that, Scotty started digging through old pieces of scrap metal and trash.
Where could he be?
In the distance, there was an orange Fox animatronic spring-lock suit. Cortez the Party Fox, version 1.
There!
He walked up to it anxiously. It smelled horrible. The suit was ripped up and moldy, with maggots crawling around it.
Gross. I don't know why Victor would want this. Maybe he's desperate for animatronics? To go to this length for a literal corpse of his son inside this heap of trash? Hell if I know. I mean, it's been more than 40 years. The boy's gotta be all decomposed. Alright, let's bring you to the truck.
Scotty threw on a pair of gloves and dragged the suit to his truck. It was heavy and made him gag a few times, only wanting to get away from it quicker. Once he got him loaded onto the back of his truck, he drove away and headed back to Scratcher's Classics. After a long drive, Scotty returned to the pizzeria. He put Cortez version 1 into a wheelbarrow, wheeling it into the pizzeria. Scotty had washed the suit and cleaned it before running some tests on Cortez version 1 in the back. Scotty opened up the suit. There, he saw a lifeless, rotted body. Not decomposed enough to dust, yet somehow still barely in form. There was metal pierced around its skin, dried blood all over itself and the inside of the suit. Its clothing was worn and ripped from years ago. You could barely tell that this was the body of Victor Adrien's son.
Holy... It's okay, Scotty. Just do what you gotta do and get out.
Since Mr. Adrien and his oldest son shared the same initials, Scotty gave him a nickname that only he would call him: Withered, VA. After Scotty finished up testing and messing around with the suit, he decided, knowing that Withered VA could and would be an unstable threat, he wrote in the employee manual.
Cortez version 1 of Withered VA, as I call him, is one of the older suits in the roster of characters we have at this establishment. Here he has been listed as a spring-lock suit, which are notorious for following audio which is directed at them. This means that when he is having one of his episodes and is wandering the cameras, you can use the alarms built into each camera to lure him away. And no, locking your doors will not prevent him from entering.
And with that, the grand opening was a success. Fans of the older franchises filled the establishment to watch their favorite characters once again, and some of them even brought along their children too. However, after the huge success that came along from the first week of opening, it all went downhill from there. One morning when staff arrived for one of their shifts, Mr. Smith had been found in the back room with the prototype Crafty the Bear head lodged onto his head. He didn't make it to the hospital in time and was pronounced dead. Scratcher's Classics received a lawsuit for this, with Victor ensuring that he could handle it himself. He didn't win. After being open for only 2 weeks, the restaurant closed down. Everything had been packed up except for the animatronics, who were waiting to discover their fate from their respective companies. On their final night together, Broken Bonnie and Withered VA sat together on the stairs in the backstage room, discussing what could happen to them next.
So, what happens next?
Well, they're probably gonna pack us up in a van and either take us to a warehouse or another location.
So I guess this place was pointless then.
Seems like it, buddy.
Oh, we're just back where we started! It took me come all this way for absolutely nothing!
Hey, don't think like that. I'm sure that at some point, even if it's years and years away, or just around the corner, we'll find somewhere peaceful to settle down. I promise. And, well, it's not like you've been alone. You've clearly made a lot of friends to stick with. They may not be the most normal bunch, but hey, we're not exactly normal either.
Yeah. You know, you really remind me of someone. I think about him a lot, but I don't know. It's probably just some silly thought.
Funnily enough, it's sort of the same here. Did you know that our suits are from the same place? It's this really old company called VA Party Co. Ooh.
Yeah, I know! Yours is from there too!
Huh?
What's wrong?
I just didn't know you knew that much about VA Party Co. Or anything, really. No offense.
I've basically spent my entire life at that place.
Broken Bunny, who the hell are you?
What do you mean?
Just hang on a second. What's your name, anyway?
I was told not to say my name to other people.
Fine, how about your, surname?
Vance?
Vance? Oh. Is that you, Billy? Is it really you?
Yes. Who are you then?
After all these years, you remembered what I taught you!
Wait. No, wait. Val?
Yes, it's me, Billy! It's your brother, Valentino!
Okay. It's almost time. It's close. I feel it. I still think this is done. You've made me a shit person in this life. So help me. This better work.
VA Party Co? That old bastard better talk to me now. I've waited long enough.
To be continued.